This is just, it's just crazy, this, isn't it? I mean, this is almost too nuclear. I mean, you've got a scene here that's really pretty, and the danger is that a really nuclear sunrise like I've got here just really detracts from it and distracts it. I don't know. It might not work, this. This could be too nuclear. Can you get something that's too nuclear, Mally? What do you reckon? Let's have a look at this, like. It's absolutely crazy. As we came up, I seem to recall from last time I came down, some lovely trees on the way down. Morning, guys. Whew. Right, you've seen them all do it recently. You've seen Dancing, you've seen Little John, you've seen Heaton. They've all went up Great Mell Fell, but not the way we're going. Right, we got to our first decent vantage point, and I don't know if it's coming out on the camera behind, but we've got lovely pink hues already. It's very early, still about 40 minutes from sunrise. So now we're in the tree line, or above the tree line. We're just going to try and pick out a few nice compositions. There's loads of trees around here, loads of possibilities. We're trying to find one that works, and that's not always easy in the woods, as we've said before. So whilst it's looking pretty peachy, I'm going to crack on and get some images, and then you'll see them shortly. Right, see, we've got a setup here, one of the many nice larch trees here on the way up. Quite like the sort of where there's a bit of an opening through this as well. Just let a bit of light in as it gets a bit lighter. We've got a lovely pink sky now, but obviously the foreground's really dark and the sky is like really light. So ordinarily a lot of people just use an ND filter on this. I prefer not to, actually. I just rather take two exposures, one for the foreground, one for the background. So here's the foreground exposure and there's the background exposure. Doesn't look very good on here actually, but you can see a marked difference in the contrast in them. I'll just stitch them two as an HDR in Lightroom. I just prefer doing that rather than faffing on with filters, to be honest. So obviously still quite away before sunrise really, but it's some really early colour, so probably a good job we got up early. And it's just a question now of working round, taking some shots now and then waiting to see if it gets any better as it gets lighter. You know, this may end up our best shot, so get one in the bag now and then we'll see if it gets any better as it goes along. Colour's going a bit crazy at the minute. It's a bit hard to you can't really complain, but yeah, I like this as a composition here. You got this big rock sort of as a bit of an anchor in the bottom of the image, and then you got a lovely Scots pine tree, and then the larch tree that just leans into it, sort of leans into the image, and then the regression of the hills in the distance, and then obviously a slightly nuclear sunrise over the back of it. It's probably a bit distracting actually, but hey ho, we can't complain. We can't complain.
So what do you think, folks? Does the sunrise detract from this image?
Does it become too much and distract you away from the trees, which are the main focus of the image? Please put your comments below. I'd be interested to hear what you've got to say. Right, just whilst just after the initial excitement's died down after that nuclear sunrise, just taking it easy, chilling out for a little bit, relaxing, watching and listening to the birds tweeting. You can see behind me in the distance probably the Pennines. It takes a little while for the sun to come over the top there, and there is a bit of a bank of cloud, but then when it comes over it should light up the side of this mountain really brightly. So I brought the infrared camera today, learning from yesterday, albeit today's a bit of a different day to yesterday because I was doing a bit of astro, but I brought it with me today. So really good, the infrared in really bright conditions and contrasty conditions. So I'm just going to wait a bit, bide me time. You can just start to see the edge of the clouds going a bit orange as the sun comes up. I'm going to head a little bit higher. We'll try and get a bit of infrared stuff. Oh, beautiful. Right, Alan and I have trudged over to a line where we could see some nice looking trees, and we're here now, and this is really got massive potential. We've got some lovely larch trees, some lovely shapely birch, there's even some Scots pines as well, and it's a bit high wispy cloud which tends to work really well in infrared. So gonna have a wander around. There's also a couple of shots, if you point this way, potential for layer shots if the sun comes over. The only dilemma we've got at the minute is a bank of cloud in the distance there. Seems to be getting higher and higher, so we're having to wait for the sun. We need the sun to light this up really, and if it does, this could be magical. Right, let's crack out the infrared camera and see what this larch tree here looks like. I think this little scene here in infrared looks really good. You've now got the light spilling in, and it's creating great contrast between light and dark. You have quite a bit of contrast in the sky behind as well, you can see up there. And certainly looking through the viewfinder, looks like it's really special. You've got these trees on this side of the shot here just leading you into the sort of the natural bit where you can see round the corner. You've got the larch in the distance just round the corner but out of view, and you've got this lovely bent larch here with like a little bit secret area, and the front tree here just anchoring this right hand corner. So really nice. I really like this, got a lot of potential I think, if processed nicely. This is just awesome. I've just got to show you these little trees. They've all got their own character. There's little larch trees, little pine trees, just dotted about, isolated. Then you've got the combination in the woodland. If you're into trees, it don't get any better than this, mate. Don't get any better than this. Just have a look at this. This is a young larch tree. Got this lovely light blue cloud above it. Works great in infrared, this. Great in infrared. You got a little pine tree there, like in a V. We'll go across and get that one. You pan round, got loads of little trees dotted about. I've got this one here behind me, got some over here. The light's starting to come over. The magic is happening. It's happening here, folks. It is happening here. Right, well that was really good, and perhaps a side of Great Mell Fell you haven't seen in the other videos from the old big shots, but a very nice scene, and certainly one in different conditions as well, with a bit of snow maybe, or a thing. I'll definitely be back here. It's a trek, it's hard work, man, getting up across the side of the fell through the bracken. I mean, it's not that much off the beaten track, so don't worry yourself too much about it, but it's good to explore sometimes, go somewhere a bit different. So that's the end of today's vid. Still high pressure set for a bit, so likely to be out. Might be out tonight actually, because there's a clear sky forecast, and I've got a Milky Way shot that I've been planning for some time that I might be able to knock off tonight. So we might see you later tonight, we might not, but until next time folks, see you later.